Hello, welcome to a Paper Flourish craft video. My name is Julie. Today I'm going to create my September page in my Lavinia calendar. I've just been having a play around with some of the gorgeous new Lavinia stamps. This is Ginger, and this beautiful stamp here is called the Vine Branch. So I'm planning on playing with the new stamps in this page. I'm going to start, while I was placing them, is just to get the positioning right. I've got my acetate circle mask and I've got the largest circle. So I want Ginger to be in the moon. So that's why I was just sort of playing around working out where that needs to be. Let's pop that down, pop those away. And I'm just going to get, this is the Elements Lime Punch. Just getting a scrap piece of paper ready to roll. A smaller stencil brush, the size 3. I'm going to take a lot of the ink off and I'm just going to flick around that circle to create the moon. I now have the outside of the large circle, so this is also in the circle masks. I'm just going to get this time Sundance Lavinia Elements ink, and I'm going to place that in place. Now I want to take almost all the ink off. I want this to be really, really light. I've got the large stencil brush this time, putting that into place over the circle, and I just want to add a little bit of glow to the moon, but very, very pale. There we are. Time to add some stamping now to the page. I'm going to start with the Vine Branch, which I'm going to bring in off the side here, and I'm going to stamp that in the Pinecone Versafine Clair. I've attached it to the long acrylic board. It fits really well on there, the Lavinia acrylic boards. I'm next going to stamp Ginger so that Ginger is in the moon, but also just sitting on that branch. And I'm going to stamp Ginger in the Versafine Clair Nocturne in the black ink. Isn't Ginger just absolutely adorable? All of the owls are. They're a stunning release of stamps. Now I'm going to go back with the Vine Branch now and just add some foliage onto, just coming off the side on the other side of the calendar page. And I'm going to again stamp with Pinecone Versafine Clair. So I've brought the Vine Branch in off the side here, and I've also popped one down in the bottom corner. This is the Leaf Creeper mini leaf creeper, and it looks like the foliage on the Vine Branch. So I'm going to add some colour to the page. At the moment it's looking very brown, but actually I'm going to make this a really colourful page. Ginger's going to end up a rather colourful owl shortly. So I'm going to stamp the Leaf Creeper mini. I'm going to do some in green Oasis, which is a nice bright green, and some in the pretty Fantasia. So starting to add some colour amongst the branches. So that's starting to look a bit prettier already. Now I want to add a little bit more of a touch of purple, and this time I'm going to use the Cryptic small Lavinia stencil, and I have the Violet Chalk Elements ink and the large stencil brush. Again, I'm just going to go very lightly. I don't want to be too heavy. Not quite sure I'm going to add this yet, so I'm just going to have a play and sort of see what happens. Maybe around the corner. That looks quite pretty. A little bit down here. So what I did with the stenciling, I did a little bit around here along the bottom amongst the foliage as well, and also just brought in patches of it on this side, going in and amongst the foliage and around it. And I think it's just really lifted the page. Now I'm going to add some colour to not only the Vine Branch, but also to Ginger. All right, so I've already added some colour here to the Vine Branch. I recently bought myself the Distress watercolour pencils, and I haven't used them a lot, so I'm going to make myself use them today. So what I did to start, I've got Murphy's tail on the mat here, he's right next to me. I just went through with the pencil and added colour to the Vine Branch, and then wet my Lavinia watercolour brush, and then use that to spread the colour around, and it actually intensifies the colour. So that's the colour, and this is Vintage Photo, so this is what I've used. Very easy to use, and I'm loving the colours. So I thought it was time to get these out and use them. there is a ribbon that runs around the branch, and I'm going to add colour that in shortly with a metallic Posca. I thought that would look quite pretty. But vine branch, that was easy to do. So now I'm going to colour beautiful ginger, and I want to go for some nice bright colours. I've gone through my watercolour pencil sets and I've picked out the bright pinks and greens. So I've got picked raspberry, villainous potion, twisted citron, kitsch flamingo, and seedless preserve. So I'm going to use these colours to add colour to ginger. Let's see. Well, ginger's looking quite a lot more colourful now. I'll just tell you the colours I ended up using. These are really easy to use. All I did was scribbled on the colour, coloured it in, and then got wet a fine brush and moved that colour around and blended it, and it's really easy to use. Picked raspberry, of course, was up here on the feathers. Seedless preserves I used in the middle there on ginger's tummy, I guess. Twisted citron is ginger's feathers. I use salty ocean just to go around ginger's face. Villainous potion decorates ginger's claws. It's like going to the beauty salon, isn't it? I'll have villainous potion on my nails today, please. Fossilised amber I used on the beak and also just around ginger's eyes. So I think ginger's looking quite colourful now. But I said those watercolour pencils, extremely easy to use. Now I'm just going to give this a quick dry before I continue and just add a little bit more stamping. There is this ribbon that runs along the vine branch. I'm going to colour that in with a metallic Posca, and this is the metallic green. Now I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but the metallic green Posca going through the vine branch there, when the light catches it, it's got a really lovely shimmer to it. It's really pretty. I'm going to finish off the page with some of the words which are on the Nightfall stamp set. And again, this came out with the latest release. I'm going to pop full moon down the bottom, and I'm going to stamp that in that Fantasia Versafine Clair. I ended up stamping full moon down the bottom here. I think it looks quite nice in there. And I'm going to pop Hoot over here. And I'm going to stamp Hoot in the Nocturne. Now that I've stamped Hoot in Nocturne, I wish I'd stamped it in Full Moon. It would have looked a lot nicer. So if you're doing the same as me and doing this page, I would recommend stamping Hoot in that beautiful Fantasia. Well, that's my finished page for September. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy creating in your Lavinia calendar, and I'll be back again soon with more videos. See what I can come up with for the October page. Thank you. Bye.